Hey there, Guardians. Mr. Chuckles here with episode 4 of Tips and Tricks for the Crucible. Today we're going to be talking about the map, the Asylum. We're talking about these common spawn points, where your heavy spawns, your high traffic areas, where you should avoid, some vantage points like some sniping areas, certain hallways, and what weapons you should be using. We're also going to be discussing supers and how to effectively use your minimap. Alright, so where I'm at right now is we started on control point C. This is one of the common spawn areas. Now, directly across the map, literally if you ran a straight line directly through that building, you would be at the other common spawn point in between C and B. This is definitely the better side to be on because of the sniping box. I will show you that in a second. So, basically, you have a very good vantage point of both C and the B area, which is the high traffic area, from this little room and this little area right here. That's kind of why you see me camping out in it for a second. I'm kind of trying to figure out where the rest of the team is at. So it looks like they all want to go siege C, which is good. They should have been doing that. That was a smart play on their part. So I wasted my grenade here and I blindly checked this corner, which was a poor decision. I should have ran around through the back area. There's a couple different ways to end up getting vision on C, and I should have just taken the safer route. So we ended up switching places, which sucked, but we'll recover fine. So heavy ammo's about to spawn. You'll see that heavy spawns right here on that ledge, as well as down below. You definitely want to go for the one up top. B is the #1 area you want to control. You have the high ground, and basically so much more line of sight than they do. I don't end up grabbing it right there though, because I'm flashing red health and I don't want to lose it. And I know there's enemies around. And so what I end up doing is, I wait for my team to clear them out, and I just kind of scope around to make sure it's safe. So we kill this guy. And I still see that there's snipers over here in this room, and so what I end up doing is, well, my teammate ends up doing, it basically throws me the heavy ammo. I could have waited a couple more seconds, but that was convenient. So just don't grab heavy if you're about to die, unless of course you're the only one, and if it means you get the heavy and you die, but the other team, say 4 or 5 of them don't get heavy, then I would say that's worth it. But if your team has the place on lockdown, then I would say just kind of wait to grab it until the room is cleared out. So this hallway right here is a fantastic vantage point. People run around here with supers and shotguns and snipers all the time, and you can just sit back in this area, that little wall to my right, and just hide behind it. You'll be able to dodge so many things. It always throws people off. It's like right there, golden gun. So like I mentioned in the last video, you can just pop back out and strafe and just aim through their head, and almost every time you'll end up dropping them. I'm not sure whether this is the second or the third blade dance you've seen, but this map is super paradise, no matter what class you are, really. People decide to group up so often, and it's very difficult to not get a multi-kill with your super. So that brings me to the weapons, and what types of weapons you should be using. Really, you can't go wrong here. All I would suggest is be versatile with your weapons, simply because they're so grouped up. If you don't have your rocket or your super, it's no longer going to be a 1v1 trade. It's very difficult to find those trades, unless of course you're trying to flank underneath, but it's really hard to get vision of them. So what I would do is I would use a scout rifle and a shotgun, or I would use a hand cannon and a sniper like I did, or fusion rifle and something else, etc. But just make sure you have a long distance weapon as well as a short distance one. That way you can pick people off when they are still grouped up together. Allow you to get to this point where you can spam your supers like crazy. And I wasn't cheating or trying to like screw with this team. Not a single person in my team this game was in my fire team or in my chat. I was not talking to a single one of them. And we had a defender class, so you can see that this is legit, and this really does work if your team just works together. Look for where they're at and pick up the orbs as often as you can. I mean, I just used my super, and what am I doing? I'm about to use it again. Do know that orbs do despawn when you die, so try and play it safe. So here's the one instance where not having a shotgun ended up killing me, basically, but I don't think it was a big deal considering just how many kills I was able to pick up with my supers and the weapons that I was using.
Enemy captured zone C.
So here's a good little vantage point of A. You can kind of just see down into A. I wouldn't recommend going out that direction though, if they all spawn there. But if they're kind of running in to try and capture A or C, setting up on the ledge like that's a really good vantage point. Obviously having higher ground is almost always better. So right here, end up using this as bait. I'll grab it, and they just keep running for it. Now right here, you'll see me grab it, and I get sniped in the face, but if you looked at my mini-map, 3 of my teammates ran into that first room that sniper was at and died, and to the left, there was actually nobody on control point B, everybody was down here at A. So I was afraid that they were going to steal it, so I ended up taking it, and yes, I died for it, and I would say in most instances that would have been a poor choice, but like I said earlier, I stopped them from getting heavy ammo, so I thought it was worth it at the time. I'm honestly not sure who got the one down below. So where to avoid, where I'm at right now is fine. Where that heavy ammo's at, you can hide behind this crate on the right hand side, just crouch behind it, but never like that guy right there running alongside like that's really dangerous, because snipers, if they do decide to post up between A and C on the lower platform, have a great view of you, or if they pick up rockets, they can just blast you with them. So I'd be really careful when you do that. Also, sitting right here by the edge, if you stay zoomed in sniping all the time, be careful, because if they can come up from underneath B, people often flank with like blink and a shotgun and pop up and just kill 1 or 2 people. Another super. Spam this thing for days. Alright, let's see. We have discussed pretty much everything in regards to where everything's at on this map. So, guys, when it comes to supers though, if you see somebody have a super, don't run from them. Just make sure you maintain vision of them and consistently shoot them. Try and put as much DPS in as you can. I know Titans and Warlocks get stronger when using their supers if they have certain perks on or certain equipment on, but if you end up trading with somebody, so say somebody goes to use their super on you and you guys kill each other, that's not a bad trade, because you were just using a gun and you lost absolutely nothing, whereas they lost the potential to kill multiple people at once with their super. So it was a good trade, even if it's frustrating if people are always killing you with that. You're doing fine if you're trading with people.
Secure.
So this guy's doing a really good job of holding off this doorway. I would say it's usually not a good idea to stand there, because people could sit in the far back and snipe you from way back there. But like right here, I get the kill with the grenade. But he was doing a decent job, and we were up so much, we were just playing super aggressive. I mean, we're up 9,000 points at the moment. I was really sad though, because I was trying to get another kill before this game ended. I was at 69-15. My best score in Control was 69-50, and unfortunately ended up finishing the game off right here, but managed to get anything. So it was a lot of fun. Like I said, this is one of my favorite maps next to Firebase Delphi. It's amazing. There's so much potential for multi-kills. Alright guys, so like I said, this is Super Paradise. I'm going to show you now with my Titan just how much fun it is with your super. I'm also going to be talking about your mini-map as well in this clip, and how to effectively use that so you don't get flanked and killed by the enemy team. Sorry PC, I stole your kill there. One of my friends was playing with me trying to finish off his invective bounty. So basically, when it comes to your mini-map, so you see the red flash over there? I know that they're in that room. So when I run over to A right here, I see that somebody moved behind us. It means they had to have been crouching the entire time, or they had walked up and just sat there. So pay attention to your mini-map. It's super effective and can really turn a game around if you're always paying attention to it. Don't let people sneak up on you. Pesky hunters are always going invisible or trying to blink behind you guys. Nova kill for Nova kill. So right here, like I said, people consistently group up, pick people off with certain guns, and then when they're all clustered together, just pop a super like this. Boom. Annihilated. And then this guy had to ruin my fun with a little sticky grenade. Why did they do that? Alright, so in this next clip we're going to talk about shotguns. So, I want to show you that shotguns can also be effective. Just keep this basically in tight little corridors like this. Try to avoid those long range hallways with the snipers. Just stay super close and consistently slide. So where I ran out here was really dangerous because they had vision of me from that sniping location I mentioned earlier out by C. But my teammate actually ended up saving me right here, so that was cool. And use your teammates too. If you're gonna die or you're outnumbered or you can't make it, run back to your teammates. And more often than not, I've had plenty of experiences where they just chase you. People love to chase for some reason. So here's that rock I was telling you guys about. You can sit here and just snipe the hell out of people, especially if your team is sitting in this main room. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it really helped you understand the Asylum a lot more. If If you guys did enjoy, if you hit that like button, I'd really appreciate it. And if you guys want to continue seeing stuff like this, go ahead and subscribe. Alright, Guardians, thanks for watching, and until next time.